Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our next match. It's going to be the Mongolz versus Luminosity Gaming. They are presently playing on the main stage, but we're going to go ahead and dive right into that match. Don't you guys go away, as I'm trying to determine who came out on top in the knife round. I did just miss it, unfortunately. But I do believe it was... Let's see here if it actually logs that, but we're about to find out. We can use the... I guess you could say the last frag of the round to determine who did that, actually. So let's see here. Well, that's unfortunate. We actually don't have any kill logs in there, but still waiting to figure out who actually started that. But right now the bets are stacked at 94% to the 6% chance of Mongolz actually winning this match. Just a reminder that whoever wins a single match in the round robin stage will actually get away with 1,000 US dollars for the team. So I mean, that means even if Mongolz esports don't win Katowice as a whole or make it to the playoffs, they're going to be getting away with roughly 2,000 US dollars at the very least thus far. We could see Mongolz get just as much, but for the time being, I think we're gonna just pause the recording and then see where things go in the near future once this match gets really started. Alright guys, looks like we are back now with the match about to begin. With the Mongolz starting on T side. I mean, their T side has been relatively strong on Inferno, but we're talking about maps that are matches that are domestically within Asia, not outside of their comfort zone in Poland, and that's already a very nice opening coming in from there it is, and now he's backpedaling to Archway. He's looking for that second headshot. We're gonna have no jump coming in from Menace, and that's why he's taken down immediately. Just caught in the right position. Cold Zira gonna be getting Togu, and that's Fur getting another headshot to his name onto Machine Gun this time. There was a jump, and that was actually FNX that managed to take down, I think that was the last guy, the last guy on Mongolz, really. It's, Mongolz, they're kind of taking a beating, really, to be honest here. I'm not sure what they stand to win if they aren't even able to win a single match, but, all hopes and prayers are coming to them from their teammates back in America, back in Mongolia. But this is definitely a slaughter round, and it's going to be very quick from Luminosity Gaming, opening up very aggressively at bomb site B or bomb through Banana. And also on Menace, he was unable to finish anything off for the rest of his team. That's Fallen getting a frag to his name. This is really building the economy right now if you're on Luminosity Gaming. But to kind of throw a summary into this, basically, if you guys want my analysis on Mongolz as a team, Machine Gun is a star player, both a rifleman who's on a completely different level from his teammates, and also a very solid opper as well. But there it is, yet another push off Banana and mid, and that's just so many frags that are going to the CT side right now. NCL does manage to get the first point on the board on behalf of his team, but I mean, to be real here, that's one frag out of 3 rounds now, and this has been very brutal. Headshot does land onto Taco, and he says he loves Mongolia. Oh boy. I think he's being very welcoming to our foreign team. Even if they finish at bottom of the barrel, this has been quite the experience, making it this far. But I'm sure that, whatever organizations may need to in the future will personally extend a hand to the team and see what they can do to keep them going to America for other events. On the whole, this is not looking too terribly bright for Mongolia, Mongol's team. But this is going to be their first rifle round, and there's not too much in the way of utility to go with it because they've made so little in the way of frags. Frags, they are supposed to make the, what's the word I'm looking for? They're supposed to be making the buffer, if you will. The utility breakers. And now smokes, they're being tossed by both sides. NCL tosses one out, and that's one coming from Luminosity Gaming side as well, but LG is definitely not looking weak in this match at all thus far. Mongolz taking their time, just pushing up predominantly what seems to be mid for the time being, but nobody's watching Banana for the moment, so this is something that could come to bite them in the rear. But at this moment, NCL's already been taken down, and that's one less guy that they have to work with the push into bomb site A. And defender's advantage goes to Luminosity Gaming. The firepower advantage in the hands of Mongolz might change after this round. It's gonna be Fur just I wouldn't say pre-firing, but taking shots at Zokenberg, but unable to make anything connect. It's gonna be Fur getting rolled onto. He's gonna rotate out with his teammate, and that is going to be FNX. FNX does get someone, but is immediately refragged. It's going to be a full-blown spray coming from Fur, but he's taken down, and now it's 1 versus 2 for Togu at this peculiar moment in time. He does get Taco. Fallen, just, he had that op pre-rotated for the position, and I think what really helped him there was the sound aid coming from his teammate, saying he's coming right now. Get ready to shoot. But, you know, this was kind of a semi-unprofitable round coming from Luminosity Gaming. On the whole, however, it wasn't too terribly bad. They did manage, I mean, they managed to end the round with 2 guys left alive on the board. Oh, that's Togu for Taco? I'm sorry, Togu for Fur. And this is turning into a very aggressive round from Luminosity Gaming, but looks like they haven't entirely pushed up Banana just yet. They forget that this is going to be a quasi-buy round. Did catch one off by surprise, but Taco just, oh my god, getting in there with the, 3 frags to his name by the end of the round, and then we've got FNX and Taco, just, he seals it out again. 7 kills to his name, carrying his team. Full buy now coming out from Mongolz, and this is not looking pretty. But hey, NIP, they nearly took things to overtime. It was just a matter of fumbles in that final round versus FNC. And, I'm trying to think, how else do I compliment this? Other than saying, NIP took 6 rounds over Fnatic before Fnatic actually began to turn things around. So, Mongolz going in at this kind of loud and proud, giving it the air that they're working for bomb site A, but really they haven't pushed forward with anyone just yet. There's a stack, it looks like, on, Machine Gun with the AWP. Menace, gonna get 1 opening frag, however. That might be something to work off of. It really depends on what's coming out from FNX and Taco. It looks like they're not gonna just poke up that region anymore. And 5 versus 4, I think this might be, the first look of sunshine that they've had ever since the pistol round, really. Because on pistol round, basically both teams are supposed to be even. There's a slight firepower advantage for CT. And there is a push coming up Banana, but still, we've got Mongolz giving it the air of A. It's going to be Fallen making a refrag. He does take a little bit of heat, and then he falls out immediately. FNX just waiting at this peculiar location. Gonna throw one more smoke. Smoke for CT is going down, and it looks like it could be a complete fake out, as we do have a rotation from the remaining Ts. Mongolz going straight for mid. And there it is, Fallen getting his 2nd frag. Oh, here we are, Godzilla getting 1 to his name too. Look, nearly got a 3rd, but it's actually going to be Fallen coming in and getting a 3rd to his own name. Mongolz, nah, this isn't how it ends. It can't be. Like, tell me they're jet lagged. Tell me there's something wrong and they can fix it overnight. This is... I'm not trying to sound entirely one-sided, but, I mean, this is exactly what I was rooting for. This is exactly what I live for. I came to Asia to be a caster, and I want to see our teams, the teams from Asia in general to do well. Thus far, I mean, it looks as though Mongolz are kind of setting themselves up for their 3rd loss versus Luminosity Gaming. But let's not forget that, Fnatic did actually make it to 6 rounds with no wins. And on the 7th round, they said, let there be light, and they brought out the win. Oh, that's looking like a nice opener coming out from Menace. He does manage to get 1 frag for his time. going to be leading the charge into bomb site A now from A1. He does spot someone. He calls the position. NCL gets the follow-up damage done, and that is going to be Menace finishing him off. 4 versus 1, bomb planted. I don't see them losing this round, but it looks as though we're going to be seeing Fallen trying to capitalize on some exit frags. They are not Tai Lu. Tai Lu has been out of the picture for a while, but let us also not neglect the might that is the Mongols. They're making Genghis Khan proud on this round. The question is, can they carry this momentum into the next round? It's going to be Zokenberg caught in library. Most unexpected location. Archway is a possibility right now, and the Mongols are aware of this. But it looks like they're not going to gamble. They're not going to play with fire. They know exactly what a bomb detonation round win can yield in terms of profits, and they're not going to throw that away. They know they're going to need the money. This is going to, I think, perhaps pave the way for some kind of a full buy coming out from Luminosity Gaming. Subtract 3100. Yeah, we could buy a spare M4. I think that was from Taco. First says nice shot. He says thank you. That is to say Menace. I think that was in lieu to the opening shot that he had made on him. But he didn't want to disturb both of the players, so that's actually very well mannered of our trying to think of who that was. That was very well mannered of our CT player. Who was that just now? Good gravy. I do apologize. That was a very nice compliment coming in from Fur. Spent a little bit too much time on that, but let's take the auto director back to fruition. It's looking like Fallen's about to turn this corner. He's going to be greeted by a Molotov. Take a bit of damage, but he will actually get Zokenberg in that exchange. Only takes, oh my goodness, and Fallen, he's going to get machine gun as well. Not too pretty. 3 versus 5. Menace looking down mid, and that's one nice. That kind of opens things up just a little bit here from Menace. Really, he managed to take down Coldzera, and that's if he can push into Car, that might be a play that he can make. But against an AWP, it's going to be difficult. For now, waiting at Archway. NCL now going to push in through this, and they realize it's 3 versus 4, and at most there can only be 3 CTs at bomb site A. I'm sorry, they don't know that for fact, but if they want to be at least a little bit safe, they'll keep one guy at bomb site B. There it is. FNX gonna get one refrag in all of this. He's on box in sight. He gets one. Unfortunately, he's unable to get another, as we see Menace shut him down. And then it's finally a refrag, and this has turned into a profitable round for the CTs. But this is where things kind of go south for Mongolz. They're gonna make a full buy with what they've got. Altogether, not too terribly shabby. It's not perfect, but at the same time, it's not awful. There we go. Opening fire up mid, and that is going to put Fallen in a slightly more comfortable position. He's going to reposition 2 apartments. Now we will be seeing NCL pushing up. Where is the real question? Oh, machine gun at that op. Beautiful stack coming out from beautiful stack of teamwork and not really communication, but coordination. I think this is something that may not be frequently seen in the European scene, but that's oftentimes a frequented stack spot coming from our T's from Mongolia. Like, I don't know, it looks like a restack for bomb site B right now, as we do have NCL Underground Menace working up there. It's more than just your your usual 2 players that are just going to poke and prod and such. 40 seconds remain on the clock. The smokes have already been thrown. FNC is blind behind crack, and oh my goodness, the juke is real. 30 seconds remain as they are charging into bomb site A. Togo is going to get that frag onto Fallen. We're going to be seeing NCL now working his way around library corner to try and find something. He did hear fire from an M4 at pit location, and he sees the frags. He's unable to get the damage done. Cold Zero is going to get away with that double kill. It's going to mean 2 versus 2 in the remaining conundrum that is. Menace now has to plant that bomb, but there's going to be Fur turning the corner. He can hear it. Can he see it? The bomb has been planted, and Zulkenberg completely out of position. The defuse looks like it's going to become a reality as we see is intercepted from pit. I don't think that was adequately called. That was obviously some kind of a slate of miscommunication or some kind of a fumble coming from the Mongolz just now. Excuse me. Zulkenberg was just running up there with his knife out. I think he should have known, but well, I mean, like, there was nothing else he could do. There might have been a call to say, okay, he's defusing, and you must also remember they're playing in front of a massive live audience in Katowice, Poland. FNX gonna get that opening frag. Kind of shutting things down a bit aggressively from what I think was the second floor here in apartments, the second floor balcony. Entry balcony. He's looking for a second. He's going to find it. Full buys coming out from the Mongolz. Dancing around mid right now with that AK-47. Fallen is going to be getting one of the AWP. And now it's all on NCL and Sogu. Sogu at least has a reason to save, but it looks like NCL. Oh goodness, he tried. Unfortunately, unable to win that duel. Code Zero just 1 second too soon, 1 split second too soon, and it looks like there's going to be a pause called in from Mongolz. I think it could be a tactical pause, but no one is, asking if there's any technical issues or anything like that on site. So we'll be back as soon as the pause is over. Alright guys, we are back, and then the unpause has been called. I imagine it was a tactical pause coming in from the Mongolz, but they're going to go in with a full buy. CZs, Tech 9s, AKs, everything else in between. But the question is, what are they going to be doing? We are predominantly playing for second mid and apartments, but I mean, Luminosity Gaming just solid all the way across the board with what they've been doing thus far. And kind of a push into mid here. A jump from Haystack onto balcony is not succeeded yet for NCL. Blind firing now in Shadow's room, that's bedroom, whatever you would like to call it. Misses the second jump, and he just says, well, okay, maybe I'll just go around the corner here. There's a couple of guys waiting right in front of pit by truck, both in front of and behind, and that's NCL eating a nasty nade, and it's a little bit of damage done to Machine Gun and Sogu as well. Molotov tossed, 50 seconds to work with. Sogu jumping around like the worm on the hook, if you will. He's kind of taking the point because he's got the weaker weapon there. If he can win a duel, then he can potentially snatch a weapon depending on how many reinforcements there are or are not. But it looks like the push is live, and we now see them going in. It's going to be 3 versus potentially 1 at that library area. Fur protected by smoke right now, as we won't have the CTs able to, or rather the T is adequately able to catch on to this. No rotation coming in. He's going to get the flank on 2 of them. It's just, Fur being Fur, he manages to carry his weight, and I feel as though there's like some choke coming from the Mongolz. When they go home tonight, they're going to be reviewing demos on their laptop. I can tell you guys that right now, 100% guaranteed. They're going to think to themselves, what can we do tomorrow? But the question remains, will it be too late tomorrow? Even if it is, if they can win 1 or 2 matches, they'll be getting some money and putting it in their pockets. It's gonna be Fur taking 1 down, and just like slaughter around right now. Real bank builder for Mongolz. Alright, excuse me, Luminosity Gaming. Here we are. That's gonna be, it looks like a plain straight up B rush, but no, I'm sorry, I remain corrected. As Machine Gun, like he's backpedaling as he's trying to duel there. Trying to duel up mid again, but fortunately he's not able to actually, able to come out on top in any of this. We're gonna be seeing, oh my goodness, this counter push, this counter poke. Pop flash coming through, not going to deter these guys. Goldzera and Fallen are both right there, one on top of the other, and that's gonna be a frag. He says they're backed, and that's gonna be Mongolz Machine Gun trying to get the refrag, but to no avail.
Counter-terrorists win.
Fur gets the final frag of the round, and this is approaching maximum velocity now for Luminosity Gaming. Just look at them. The only one who's close to even losing any money right now is FNX, and I feel like it could be because in some rounds he's just far too aggressive. I wouldn't say the weakest link on the team, but just, you know, I think in some ways he's kind of the worm on the hook. Let's see where this goes. Right now we do see him at A1, right in front of truck, in front of tow truck. That's going to be Goldzera. On the other side of Sandbags, Machine Gun, waiting for someone to turn that corner in an untimely manner. Fallen, I mean, the beauty of this is Luminosity Gaming know when to push and when not to push. I mean, you can see just how aggressive they are on those eco rounds coming from the T side. And it looks like Zuckerberg's going to make the opening frag. He's going to get a second to his name before he's refragged, and that's going to be Machine Gun opening up a path, getting his own. Now 4 versus 2 in this match, and it's looking like LG, Fallen, and Fur are both playing for that overextension, but they just said, okay, wait. With that being said, I mean, like, Togu, who should have been able to catch on to the fact that it's 2 versus 1, but, with that, or excuse me, 2 at bomb site A, so that would be, there it is, the plant coming in from NCL. Duel-wise, however, Fur is able to hold his ground against Menace. I really feel like there's some kind of a nerve issue coming in from the T's, but there's been a call for a pause, a cold crash on someone's computer. We'll be back in just a few short minutes. All right, we're back, and that didn't take too terribly long for Luminosity Gaming to correct that issue. Right now, the score is 12-2, looking a lot like Mongolz playing against NIP on the same exact map not too terribly long ago. Well, here we are. I mean, the question kind of bears to be asked, kind of begs to be asked here, rather. You know, why Inferno? I mean, Mongolz are kind of giving away their strategies on this map. Likewise, Luminosity Gaming did play on this map previously. And that's just that. Machine Gun gets a second frag to his name, however, and it looks like this is going to pave some hope open for our team from Mongolia. I mean, 3 versus 5 right now. They own bomb site B. I think they're only now catching on to this. We got the rotate coming in from Fur. He's got flashbang out. He switches to an M4 a little bit too late, and Machine Gun exploits that by getting his third frag of the round. Excuse me, second. Now it looks like, you know, Mongolz might actually be able to gain some traction. At least for, oh, I'm sorry, scratch that, as because we are now at the last round of the first half. If they had done this maybe 2-3 rounds ago, it could have been potentially, you know, a possibility. But that's it. They do take the last round of the first half. Things are looking slightly better than the way they did against NIP for Mongolz. And Mongolz, I noticed they haven't really been, you know, utilizing this time between halves to think about strategy and how to take themselves into the next match. Sorry about that. Okay, so here we are. Pistol round with Mongolz on defense. You know, I think, you know, what's there is there. It's obvious. The firepower advantage for Mongolz with the USP, the amount of punch that it has per bullet, and the distance it takes to make a viable headshot. But hold that thought, as we now have Luminosity Gaming just rushing up banana. A slight delay with Mongolz NCL throwing out that that flashbang. Gonna make them a little bit reluctant to enter, but that's strange. It looks like, you know, okay. Well, if they think there's even one fault in their play, they'll try and fix it. A little bit of friendly fire onto Menace, and of course FNX does take him down. But that's the last two at what was just now bomb site B, and looks like I think NCL is gonna go with the sure thing. He does get one frag this time around on the pistol round for his team. What's he doing next? He's gonna duel against Ultra, and unfortunately, due to not having a Kevlar vest, he's unable to win the duel, unable to land the shots that he needs. Looking very grave right now for our team from the Far East, sandwiched between Russia and China. 3 CZs, 5.7 and a Deagle with armor coming out from Mongolz, and if this doesn't work out, then next round is going to be the ticket to match point for the CTs. It's going to be rather for LG. And things are looking not too terribly great here for what remains on Mongolz. It's 2 versus 4. We do have an AK-47 salvaged by Menace, but he's only 9 HP. And he's hunted down by Coldzera, and that's going to take things to 14-3. Mongolz going to be forced to buy to avoid overtime, and if they don't, they're basically playing for overtime. They're going to play for overtime in the subsequent, I don't know how many rounds thereof. 13? I'm sorry, 12 rounds that would remain, including this one. Go 2-1, and here it is. Coldzera going just straight out with a MAC-10. It's a triple stack, trying to prevent that entry into bomb site B, but that's not where the bomb is. See, it's going to go against 1, take that down. Now dueling against 2 more, but it's going to be NCL who comes out on top in that exchange. Meanwhile, the entry looks like it's being attempted at bomb site A, and somehow, some way, it just looks like Luminosity Gaming managed to get it. Sorry, I totally misread what was happening on the minimap. I do apologize. So I said somehow, some way, but 2 versus 2. Now 2 versus 1, and it's gonna be NCL coming in for the refrag. He just ran out of bullets. Just ran out of bullets. Does get the kill with the CZ, but unfortunately is unable to finish off Taco, and just gets it with the frag. This is their final round participating, I feel, but I'll give them all the hope in the world versus Luminosity Gaming. But those odds are not so great. Here we go. Zuckerberg now coming at his opponent. NCL waiting for someone else to turn that corner, and it looks like he'll be rotating to bomb site A. Gun gets the opening frag of the round, so 4 versus 5 now. They do have that man advantage, something to work with, and now Zuckerberg's gonna get the second one. And it looks like, you know, maybe in some ways Luminosity Gaming getting just a little bit overzealous. Fallen does get a refrag. It's 3 versus 4 now. He's going ham with that AWP. It's all on Zuckerberg. He does get one first time. Looking for the second. Does get it. Slight misplay coming from Taco. But 3 versus 1, and that's going to be Mongolz putting a point on the board for themselves. Not bad. LG, our Brazilian bosses, are now looking like, you know, economy's not looking too terribly hot, but they, you know, they've got 11 chances to just win it outright. But it looks like it's going to be a full buy given their present situation, and they're going to be going aggressive at this. I don't know if Mongolz are going to be doing the same thing or not, but we're about to find out. It's all a matter of judgment and how they perceive the situation. Nice frag grenade. Molotov to prevent them from backtracking coming from NCL, if I'm not mistaken. And blind firing onto car right now. Instead, Zuckerberg is actually on top of that. These guys don't know just... They don't know what's on the other side of that smoke. That's the beauty of this, really. Zuckerberg is jumping now, looking for a target to hit. But he's going to fall back now, walking. And looks like he'll be sitting around the corner once that smoke fades away. But Cold Zero is ready to throw that flashbang grenade in. And that should more or less cause him to backpedal. No, high sandbag with an off. He's going to get one. He's unable to make a second as we have Fallen taking him down. NCL trying to get the refrag, but can't quite do that. Fallen does manage to pick up the AWP, however, and I feel as though this has been a massive, absolutely massive momentum swing in favor of Luminosity Gaming. Really, the only complaint is that we have a P250 left on Taco. Other than that, everything would be perfect. Versus 4 at bomb site B. Here comes the push. It's going to be Togu getting one frag. I mean, Fallen just not able to make those shots connect. Togu getting a triple kill by the end of that round. That's just absolutely sick, really. And this is giving themselves, you know, kind of a morale boost, if you will. Right now, Mongolz know what kind of a situation they are in. Whether or not they push is completely up to them, but Luminosity Gaming has all pistols, no armor. Those were pistol buys. It looks like they're about to get aggressively pushed here at Banana. Really, the question is there going to be a misplay coming from NCL and machine gun? That's the question for you guys right now. Blind firing, we got smoke. Loud and proud is the way the Mongolz play, really, and that's going to be so many targets lining up. That's going to be machine gun getting one, NCL getting the other, and that's going to seal out the round, putting 6 points on the board for Mongolz. The problem, I feel like this is what summarizes the Mongolz. When they pull their nerves back together, or when they learn what their opponent is doing, they seem to learn it a little bit too late. Don't get me wrong, they still have a chance to, you know, take this into overtime and win it potentially, but that chance is not, I mean, the odds are almost entirely against it. That's gonna be Fur making the opening frag of the round, and AK-47s, yeah, refag coming in from NCL. AK-47s, however, gonna make the push a little bit easier for our Brazilian bosses, and now it's 3 versus 2 with LG with a man advantage. Slight HP advantage. Mongolz not having that firepower advantage, of course. They may have had some opportunity to salvage AK-47s before, but they don't have them in hand at the moment. Togu and NCL, last men standing. They heard the bomb planted, and unfortunately, NCL was taken down. It's all on Togu. That's the second best player of the team. He's taken down immediately by Cold Zero. GG's coming out from both sides. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner of our match between Mongolz and Luminosity Gaming. It's Luminosity Gaming with an end score of 16-6. We will be back after a short break with our next game. Don't go away.